YouTube. I want to celebrate my very first live here on YouTube. Hopefully the first of many. And I just wanted to start with introducing myself briefly for those of you that do not know me. My name is Danny Den Hartog and I'm from the Netherlands. And I am a lifestyle business coach for solopreneurs and a licensed elite neuroencoding specialist. Now what that means is that I help individuals and entrepreneurs to go further faster in their life and business so that they can basically live the life that they want and take more aligned action. Because one of the things that I believe is that business is an amplification of who we already are. And I've seen both with myself but with the clients that I've supported over the past 11 years is that like once you step into your greatness and you actually give yourself permission to build a business completely aligned from who you are, working based on your own values, it really is a magical and spiritual journey. So what I want to talk about today in this first live video, I want to talk about what it takes to get consistent, to be consistent as an entrepreneur, and especially being consistent on social media. Because let's face it, social media for most of us entrepreneurs is kind of like a necessary evil, right? Like it's something that we don't particularly like, most of us, but it's something that is available to all of us, and it's the way these days how you get to your ideal clients and how you build a business. So what I'm going to share with you in this video is going to help you to make more progress with reaching out to clients through social media. All right. So what we need to understand first off is, and by the way, I would love you to comment on this video if you find value, and do subscribe to my channel, because that will help me to reach more people. So when it comes to getting consistent, the first thing that I want to ask you is, what does consistency mean to you? What does it actually mean? Because consistency is something very different for you, and it's different for every specific person. All right. So if you look at being consistent, for one person it could be like, oh, I post every day on social media. For another person it could be like, I post every single week, right? So it is actually different for all of us. So what does success look like for you when it comes to your consistency, right? Like, is that showing up daily? Is that showing up weekly? Or what does it even mean for you? Because what I've noticed working with a lot of high achievers is that most of us, we do not set ourselves up to win. We actually, as a matter of fact, we are so critical of ourselves and we have so high standards of ourselves that it's very hard for us to even feel that we are winning the game of life or winning the game of business. So what I would encourage you to really think about, question number one is like, how do you get consistent, is by defining what consistency means to you. What does consistency mean to you? So you may want to write that down for yourself, because what you write is what you invite. What you write is what you invite. And if you get very clear about what it is that consistency means for you, you actually can win your own game, and you can you design your own rules as an entrepreneur, right? Like nobody's telling us what to do, which is great as an entrepreneur, but it's also the downside because nobody's looking at us, right? So the second thing that I want to talk about when it comes to getting consistent is, once we define and we know what it is that we want, there is ourselves and our own beliefs about ourselves, the world around us, and others that are limiting us to actually be consistent. So what I specifically mean with that is that if you, for instance, want to be daily posting on social media, you want to daily create content, now you may experience a little bit of pain in your head, because it's like, oh, I don't feel like posting, or I don't feel like creating content, right? Now, if you can relate with that, please also do comment below. Just say like love or hate social media in the comments, because it is really true that like the amount of pleasure or pain that we experience to the task that we have in mind, that determines if we actually do the task or not. So let me say that again, right? Like, we in our head, before we take action, we link the activity to either we expect pleasure or we expect some pain. And whenever you expect more pain from an activity than pleasure, you will not do it. Because we are wired to look for pleasure and we are wired to avoid pain. So in getting consistent, you have to think about, okay, the activity that I now want to be consistent at or in, how can I associate more pleasure to that task? So you can do that in a couple of ways, right? So you could actually think about what the outcome of that task will give you. So for instance, look at posting on social media and me creating this live video, right? This is my first live video here on YouTube, first one ever, right? So in my head, there's a little bit of pain associated. Like, what if I suck? What if people don't like me? What if I tremble over my words? What if, right? So if I would give in to that, I wouldn't be here, right? So instead, my thought was, like, if I can reach one person here today that will get value out of this conversation, then that's a win for me. So then I have that person in mind and I show up because I want to impact. I want someone to hear this message, and I can touch one person's life that will become more consistent. Yes, I am Dutch, by the way. So that is why I'm doing it. I just want to inspire one person today, and I'm not talking to millions of people, right? So when it comes to getting consistent, right? Like, you want to link more pleasure to the activity and less pain. So we've just talked about how you can link more pleasure, namely the looking at the outcome of what you have in mind, and also making the task, and this is how you avoid pain, or you minimize the pain, the perceived pain from the activity, is that you actually make it smaller, right? So things can be very overwhelming to a lot of us. But what if you would chunk things down to like a very small step, and that is actually a thing that you would be focusing on. So for me, like, if I would have an objective today and I would say, like, oh, I really want to grow my business, right? Like, that's so general, right? If I say, like, I want to attract clients, that is so general. If I want to say I want to create an offer, like, that's still too big. So then we procrastinate and we hesitate because the activity is too big. So what is that? How can you make that smaller? Right? How can you make that smaller? So that is that's what I want to share with you today. Right? I want to share that, like, if you want to get more consistent, it starts with actually understanding what consistency means for you, and also giving yourself permission to figure out your own type of consistency and not just follow all the hustle. There's so many people here on YouTube, anywhere, that like just advocate the hustle. And what I teach is I help entrepreneurs to build a lifestyle business, a business around their own values, about their own beliefs, and a business as an amplification for who somebody is becoming and who someone is at their core, right? So that is very different than the hustle kind of mentality that we are hearing so much about. So do not be like everybody else. As a matter of fact, like, double down on you, right? Double down on you, because you are your biggest asset, right? I strongly believe in that. Like, you're a beautiful person. You're awesome. And the world needs to hear your voice, right? So that is the one. What is consistency for you? And be unique and dare to play by your own rules and not by anybody else's playbook, right? And then the second one is set yourself up to win, to actually chunk things down and to link more pleasure to actually doing the activity. And then you just make a decision for the day, all right? So that's my final comment for today, is just decide on what you would do today. Okay, you don't have to make a decision on tomorrow or next week, etc. But just do that small thing today. So create a video today or write a post today, right? Like reach out to one of your contacts today, okay? That is my challenge to you today. Go for it, and you're awesome, right? If you like this content, subscribe to my channel, and welcome to my very first YouTube video, live video ever. If you don't like my content, then I'm not, like I will not hold you ransom. You can leave this video, I don't care. I am speaking here and I'm addressing people that need to hear this. And yeah, I am so grateful for you. Thank you so much for watching, and see you on the next video.